you'll recall back about maybe a month ago, I wrote an op-ed that was published, as I recall, very briefly. It didn't live more than a couple of days over on Alternet, and didn't get particularly widely distributed, in which I suggested that, and I started out with a caveat saying this is just my conspiracy theory, right? This is just my conspiracy theory. But I believe that the billionaires, particularly the Koch brothers, who call so much of the tune for the billionaires, do not want Jeb Bush to be president of the United States. In fact, if you look at the Libertarian Party ticket on which David Koch ran for vice president in 1980, repeal federal finance laws, campaign finance laws, abolish Medicare and Medicaid, repeal Social Security, abolish the post office. We oppose all personal and corporate income taxation, including capital gains taxes. We support the eventual repeal of all taxation. Do away with minimum wage laws. No more minimum wage laws. No more Environmental Protection Agency. No more Department of Energy. No more Department of Transportation. No more laws requiring an individual to buy or use so-called self-protection equipment, such as airbags, safety belts, or crash helmets. They want to abolish the FDA and the FAA. They want to end all subsidies for childbearing built into our present laws, including all welfare plans and provisions of tax-supported services for children. No more, nothing for children. Screw the kids. To hell with them. We oppose all government relief, welfare relief programs and aid to the poor programs. We call for a privatization of our inland waterways, turn the Mississippi River over to the billionaires, let them run it. We call for the repeal of the Occupational Safety and Health Act. So what if 5,000 people lose a body limb every year working in the United States? And I think, frankly, the number may be even higher than that. We shouldn't be telling employers that they have to have a safe workplace. We call for the abolition of the Consumer Product Safety Commission. Let's go back to the days of exploding toasters and people getting electrocuted by their irons. And we support the repeal of all state usury laws. In other words, let the banks charge anything they want for interest. So this is where the billionaires are at, right? This is their agenda, and has been for a long, long time, as Bernie Sanders points out. In fact, I got this from sanders.senate.gov/Koch-brothers. It's the reprint of the 1980 Libertarian platform. So they know that Jeb Bush doesn't agree with them on many, if not most, of these things. Jeb Bush is a country club Republican. He's a Main Street Republican. He's not a Tea Party Republican. He's not a Libertarian Republican. He's not of and for exclusively the billionaires. And Jeb doesn't really need the billionaires as much as Scott Walker does, or as John Kasich does. John Kasich used to be a talk show host. Then he was in Congress for a while, and now he's the governor of Ohio. Scott Walker used to commit election fraud back when he was in college. He got busted for that, and he's basically been committing election fraud, in my opinion, ever since. It's, if you want to call, being bought off by billionaires election fraud, I certainly do. So the billionaires would like Kasich or Walker. They don't want Bush. So I think my personal theory was that Trump was hired to take out Bush. In fact, that Trump volunteered for it. And he's having so much fun doing it. And have you noticed, ever since I put that theory forward, one time Trump came out and said, oh, yeah, Scott Walker's not doing such a great job in Wisconsin. He has never, ever attacked Scott Walker or John Kasich in a personal way. And yet, as Steve Schmidt said on MSNBC over the weekend, he is emasculating Jeb Bush. He's literally going after Jeb Bush's manhood, his masculinity. He's going after Jeb Bush's competence. He's going after Jeb Bush's, decency. He's attacking Jeb Bush as a human being rather than as a politician. He's attacking Jeb Bush with ad hominems, personal attacks rather than, and it's working. It's working. The Republican electorate is looking at Jeb Bush going, what is this guy, a wimp? He can't stand up to Donald Trump. Now Jeb Bush is trying to stand up, but he's digging himself now deeper into the hole. What's the old saying? Don't ever wrestle with a pig. Number one, you get dirty, and number two, the pig enjoys it. This is Jeb Bush needs to listen to some old wisdom, right? So I'm telling you, once Jeb Bush has been totally crippled on the Republicans' side, you're going to see Trump get out of the way, and it's going to be Kasich or Walker or both of them.
This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
Frankly, I think most likely it's going to be Kasich and Rubio, and second most likely Walker and Rubio, because these are the guys that the billionaires want. Rubio's had his own private billionaire since he started in politics.